What happens when a team trades away their most reliable player, right, when they need him most? That's the question burning through Washington today, as the Commanders have just sent their 3-year rushing leader Brian Robinson packing to the San Francisco 49ers, in a move that has left fans scratching their heads and wondering if management has completely lost its mind. This isn't just any ordinary trade. This is Washington betting their entire ground game on a 7th-round rookie while gifting a proven commodity to one of the NFC's most dangerous teams. The shockwaves are still reverberating through the football world, and the implications could reshape both franchises' futures. Let's rewind the clock to understand exactly what Washington is giving up. Brian Robinson's NFL journey reads like a Hollywood script, and not always the feel-good kind. When the Commanders selected him in the 3rd round of the 2022 NFL Draft, they thought they were getting a reliable workhorse from Alabama. What they didn't expect was for his career to nearly end before it began. The shocking news broke during the preseason. Robinson had been shot during an attempted robbery. The football world held its breath. Here was a young man whose dreams were literally hanging by a thread, his future uncertain, his career potentially over before his first snap. But Robinson? He had other plans. Against all odds, he returned to the field that same season, suiting up for 12 games and immediately establishing himself as Washington's go-to-ground threat. With 205 carries and 797 rushing yards, Robinson didn't just recover, he dominated. He turned what could have been a career-ending tragedy into a foundation for excellence. The following seasons only reinforced his value. In 2023, despite playing with the inconsistent Sam Howell under center, Robinson churned out 733 yards and 5 touchdowns on 178 attempts. He was the steady heartbeat of an otherwise chaotic offense, the one constant Washington could rely on when everything else fell apart. Last season told an even more compelling story. With rookie sensation Jaden Daniels taking the reins, Robinson elevated his game to new heights. His 799 rushing yards and career-high 8 touchdowns on 187 attempts weren't just impressive numbers, they were the fuel that powered Washington's magical run to the NFC Championship game. When the lights were brightest and the stakes were highest, Robinson delivered. Here's where this trade becomes absolutely fascinating and potentially insane. Washington isn't just trading Robinson because they're rebuilding or because he's declining. They're trading him because they believe they've struck gold with Jacory Croskey-Merritt, a 7th-round pick from Arizona who was barely an afterthought on draft day. Think about the audacity of this move. Croskey-Merritt was selected so late in the draft that most casual fans had never heard his name until training camp reports started surfacing. Yet somehow, this unknown commodity impressed coaches enough during camp to not only earn a roster spot, but to potentially claim the Week 1 starting job. The Commanders were so confident in their evaluation that they deliberately held Robinson out of their Week 2 preseason game against Cincinnati, not because he was injured, but because they were already planning his exit. They were protecting their trade asset while preparing to hand the keys to a player who just months ago was considered a long shot to even make the team. This is either brilliant talent evaluation or the kind of reckless gamble that gets coaches and general managers fired. There's virtually no middle ground here. Either Croskey-Merritt becomes the next great late-round steal, or Washington just gifted their offensive foundation to a division rival for pennies on the dollar. While Washington takes a massive gamble, San Francisco appears to have pulled off another stroke of genius. The 49ers have built their reputation on maximizing talent, and Robinson fits their system like a glove. Here's a player who has proven he can handle a full workload, who thrives in physical ground-and-pound situations, and who brings playoff experience to a team with championship aspirations. Robinson's skill set perfectly complements San Francisco's offensive philosophy. His between-the-tackles running style, combined with his proven durability and clutch gene performances, gives the 49ers exactly what they've been missing. This isn't just about adding depth. This is about adding a legitimate difference maker who could be the final piece in their championship puzzle. The timing couldn't be better for San Francisco either. With their offensive line healthy, and their play-action game still among the league's best, Robinson steps into an ideal situation where his strengths will be maximized and his weaknesses minimized. He's not just joining a new team, he's joining a system designed to make running backs succeed. The bigger picture, championship windows and calculated risks, this trade represents something much larger than just two players changing uniforms. It's a fundamental difference in organizational philosophy. Washington is betting on potential and future development, while San Francisco is doubling down on proven production and immediate impact. For Washington, this move signals complete confidence in their evaluation process and their ability to develop talent. They're essentially saying that they believe Croskey-Merritt's ceiling is higher than Robinson's proven floor. It's the kind of bold move that either establishes a front office as visionary or exposes them as reckless. The risk extends beyond just the running back position. By trading Robinson, Washington is potentially disrupting the chemistry and rhythm that helped carry them to the NFC Championship game. They're asking Jaden Daniels to adjust to an entirely new ground game partner while maintaining the momentum from his spectacular rookie season. San Francisco, meanwhile, is making the opposite calculation. They're in win-now mode, and Robinson represents the kind of reliable, proven commodity that championship teams need. They're not gambling on potential, they're investing in production they can count on when the playoffs arrive. The implications of this trade will reverberate through both organizations for years to come. If Croskey-Merritt flames out or struggles to handle a full workload, Washington will face serious questions about their talent evaluation and decision-making process. But if he becomes a star, they'll look like geniuses who maximize value while others doubted. For San Francisco, the pressure is different but equally intense. They've acquired a player who knows how to perform in big moments, but they need that performance to translate immediately. There's no adjustment period, no learning curve. Robinson needs to contribute right away to justify this move. The trade also sends a clear message about each team's championship timeline. Washington is building for sustained success, betting on development and long-term growth. San Francisco is pushing all their chips to the center of the table, trying to capitalize on their current championship window while it's still open. This move perfectly encapsulates the beautiful unpredictability of professional football. Just when you think you understand a team's direction, they make a trade that completely reshuffles the deck. Both franchises have made their bets. Now we get to watch and see who chose correctly. What do you think about this blockbuster trade? Did Washington make a genius move by betting on their rookie sensation, or did they just hand a championship contender the missing piece to their puzzle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if you're as shocked by this trade as we are, because this is exactly the kind of move that could define both teams' entire seasons.